Alright, so in this one I'm going to show you how to make some disturbing facial hair. So I don't have too much to work with up here, as you may have already noticed, but you can kind of play around with a couple different ideas with this stuff, because I kind of want that bit on top. What I can do here is, once again, go with my object select tool. Let's see what this looks like if I do it this way. Cool. So I only grabbed the top half of my head, which is actually exactly what I'm going for. And so now I'm going to go with my lasso tool. Remember, I'm going to hit the minus button. So I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff. All I really need is that hair bit up there. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to keep some of that skin, so that way I can use that to blend in. I'm going to get rid of all of that. So what I'm left with is this kind of like halo of information here. Now I'm going to hit Command J to make a copy of it. Now I can bring it down, flip it over, and I can kind of resize it to however I want. So I could go with a weird little thing here if I wanted to. I could go with a fuller beard. I don't know if fuller is the right word, right? Remember, I can also like hit Command, and it'll allow me to drag the corners individually as well. So I could leave it like that. I could flip it over and make a very strange mustache. From there, let's attempt to bust out a really goofy mustache. So let's do, I'm going to bring this in. I don't want to deal with my shirt, so I'm going to actually just bring these in as well. So we'll just kind of go with that. Okay, so then the next part is to, once again, work non-destructively. So I'm going to add a mask onto there, paintbrush. I'm going to adjust my flow. So that's actually pretty good. Right around like, I don't know, let's do 40 and 40. That should be pretty close. And a not very hard brush. So I'm going to go in with my black. Right, and I'm just kind of going around it. Ooh. Right, my goal here is to make it look like it's blending in. Up here, I don't like how much white I'm getting in there, and so I'm actually going to adjust my brush to be a little bit harder so I can get in a little bit closer. There's a lot of white going on in there, which I don't like. So I'm actually going to get even harder brush. That's going to be too hard. Opacity up, flow up. I'm just kind of get close to that white to kind of trim some of that whiteness off, because I don't like that. Just the way it kind of worked. I can also go in and trim this up a little bit too. Maybe give it more of a point. Do a similar kind of thing on this side. You get the gist. I could also go in, if I wanted to like fatten parts of it up, I could go in with my stamp tool, kind of make a new layer and stamp that and kind of fatten it up a little bit too. Remember, I'm hitting Alt to take a copy of what I want, and I'm bringing it down. That side didn't look nearly as good. Alright, so you can kind of play around with it you know, it takes some time and practice to end up getting a pretty solid job with it, but it's not, I mean, it's definitely disturbing. But yeah, so you kind of get the gist of that one.